Tonight we report on what caused a house fire near Royal City and why an attempted murder charge was dropped for two men in a 2012 shooting. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Thanks, Alan. Quincy wrestlers dominate Grandview, and Moses Lake Swim and Dive comes up big in the pool. Let's take a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Hello everyone, more cloud cover around our area, but we're expecting precipitation for the second half of the work week. I will have all the details for you in just a bit.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFiber One News.
From the iFiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFiber One News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFiber One News, and it starts now.
A portable heater is suspected to have started a fire that destroyed a home and injured an elderly man near Royal City. His dog is presumed to have died in the blaze. The man was the lone occupant in the single-wide mobile home Monday night. It was near the intersection of Road 12 Southwest and Road B.2 Southwest. According to Grant County Fire District 10 Chief Brian Evans, the man was burned attempting to put out the flames. He reportedly suffered second and third degree burns and has been taken to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle. Evans said the injuries are likely not life-threatening. The fire appeared to have started at a portable heater in one of the rooms. It's not clear at this time if the heater malfunctioned or there were items too close to the heater. Evans said several people heard a dog still inside the home but never saw the dog come out. The dog is presumed dead. The Moses Lake Farmers Market is hoping to keep the annual 4th of July fireworks show going after it was cut from the city's budget. Reporter Cameron Probert has the story.
The Moses Lake Group is working to bring back the fireworks show. The City Council endorsed a plan from the Moses Lake Farmers Market to organize the 4th of July fireworks show. The group needs to raise at least $16,000 to donate to the city to pay for the show. The 4th of July celebration was one of the items cut from the 2015 budget after city officials predicted a $1.8 million deficit. Carmen Rimple, a Farmers Market board member, said Farmers Market representatives met with city officials to discuss holding it again. They were told if they can raise the money, the city can contract with the company for the fireworks.
As we understand it, the city doesn't have the money to pay for it, and we want to keep it going.
City Manager Joe Gavinsky said he normally signs the contract with the fireworks company by the middle of March. He said it would be nice to have the money available by the time the contract is signed. Rimple said since announcing the plan, market officials received 1,200 responses. For iFiber One News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
The Grant County Sheriff's Office named the driver in a crash that closed Road K Northeast near Moses Lake on Tuesday. Chelsea Palmer, a 41-year-old Moses Lake resident, was injured and transported to Samaritan Hospital and then a Spokane hospital. According to Sheriff's Office spokesman Kyle Foreman, Palmer was driving a 2005 Chevrolet Malibu in the 5600 block of Road K Northeast Tuesday morning. Her car left the road, struck a ditch, and rolled sideways twice before coming to rest on its wheels. She was unconscious when emergency services found her. She was taken to Samaritan Hospital and then to a hospital in Spokane. The crash is being investigated by the Grant County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. The prosecutor's office dropped an attempted murder charge against two men accused of a November 12th shooting. Freddie Golston, a 46-year-old California man, pleaded guilty to unlawful possession of a firearm, possession of methamphetamine, and assault. He was sentenced to 20 years. James Boyd, a 25-year-old Fort Washington, Maryland man, pleaded guilty to rendering criminal assistance. He is serving a sentence of 18 years. Prosecutor Garth Dano said charges of attempted murder and drive-by shooting were dropped. He said the plea bargain sentences ensure both men stay in prison for about 20 years and save the county the cost of 2 trials. The men were in an SUV and pulled up to a Moses Lake gas station. One man hid behind the vehicle and shot at the victim. He got back into the SUV and they fled. Police caught them later while they were carrying nearly half a pound of meth. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
And we'll be back right after this.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local communities since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of as many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
There's something new and exciting happening right now at your nearest Toyota dealer. It's the arrival of the all-new 2014 Corolla, now featuring a new stylish exterior, plus a premium interior loaded with technology, including Toyota's N-Tune multimedia system with navigation. Corolla has definitely evolved. The best part is, right now you could take advantage of special introductory savings. The new 2014 Corolla, available at any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.
Hello everyone, this is Chastelyn Rodriguez from your One News Weather Center, brought to you by Bud Clary Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. Gray skies continue around our area, and winds from the north will make it feel much colder overnight in the lower 20s. Areas of fog will continue overnight. However, visibility will be improving by Wednesday afternoon. Increasing temperatures by Friday. We're expecting temperatures to hit the 40-degree mark. In the meantime, let's take a look at the almanac within the past 24 hours. Maximum temperatures in the lower 30s. Around the average for this time of year, the average should be around the mid-30s. And the record high of 55 degrees in 2014, the low in the lower 30s. Let's take a look at the almanac for Moses Lake. Maximum temperatures around the normal for this time of year, in the lower 30s, and the low in the lower 30s as well, so not much difference there. Record low of 2 degrees in 1997, sun setting around 4:32 p.m. Right now outside your door, our current temperatures in the lower 30s, mostly cloudy skies, and due to those winds coming in from the north, those temperatures overnight will feel much colder in the lower 20s. Mostly cloudy skies. However, visibility will be improving by Wednesday through the evening hours. We're expecting mostly sunny skies. And then a system approaching our state by Thursday, bringing us a chance of heavy rainfall along the coastal area, some mountain snow. The system extending towards our Columbia Basin, extending towards the inland northwest, bringing a wintry mix. And we may get some wintry mix overnight, Thursday overnight into Friday. In the meantime, let's take a look at those temperatures towards the coastal area, from the mid 40s to the lower 50s, partly to mostly cloudy skies in the Yakima Valley in the lower 40s, and towards the inland northwest, those temperatures from the lower 30s to the mid 30s, mostly cloudy towards the northern parts, and more towards our Columbia Basin, mostly cloudy skies, especially towards the west. However, visibility as well as conditions will be improving through the evening hours. We're expecting mostly sunny skies by Wednesday afternoon into the evening hours. Maximum temperatures ranging from the lower 30s to the upper 30s. Mid 30s for Bridgeport with mostly cloudy skies, and towards Alfreda in the upper 30s. Let's take a look at the extended forecast for the week. For Wednesday, cloudy, and through the evening hours, mostly sunny skies. Maximum temperatures above the normal for this time of year in the upper 30s. And on Thursday, we may expect some wintry mix overnight, drier conditions by Friday, and more precipitation for the weekend. We'll be right back with sports.
What better way to start the new year than in a new Toyota? We're making it easier than ever with 3 ways to save. Your choice of financing as low as 0%, up to $2,500 in customer cash back, or low payment leases on your favorite Toyota model, like RAV4, now just $199 per month. Just pick your favorite Toyota, the best savings options for you, and drive away. It's that easy, so start your year right. For full details, see any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.
When you find out about the DQ $5 lunch, all this food for only $5, you gotta tell people about it. So I situated nice. Frosty drink next to this juicy grilled burger and fries. Get my sundae, boom. I just dropped a $5 lunchagram on all my friends. Get ready for a little $5 envy.
Michael, we like your style. The $5 lunch. Entree, fries, drink, plus a sundae. Only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food.
The Jacks dominated the Greyhounds on the mat at Quincy. Reporter Sean Wells was on hand for the action.
It was a big night for wrestling in Quincy with the Jacks hosting Grandview. With the win, the Jacks would stay undefeated in conference play. 5 Quincy players recorded pins, including Ray Rubio at 285 pounds. Cade Wallace had a nice pin for the Jacks at 195 pounds. Devin Salcido, Jesus Guzman, and Ricardo Estrada also had pins for Quincy. Danny Velasquez had one of 3 Grandview pins. But it wasn't enough as the Jacks knocked off Grandview 56-22 to stay undefeated in conference play. The win sets up a big match next week against unbeaten Toppenish. For Fiber One News, Sean Wells.
Ephrata wrestlers dropped a thriller to Ellensburg. The Tigers got pins from Cole Spencer, Julian Adame, Ray Hernandez, and Carlos Flores, but came up on the short end of a 37-35 score. Moses Lake grapplers edged Chihuahua 37-30 to remain undefeated in dual meets this season. The number 2 ranked Chiefs look to keep it rolling when they host the Davis Pirates on Thursday. Moses Lake boys swim and dive came up big in a home tri-meet last night.
The Chiefs found little resistance from the competition. Moses Lake crushed Sunnyside 142-13, dominated Eisenhower 143-39, and raced past Davis 137-46. The meet started out with a 1-meter dive event, and it was Moses Lake taking the top 3 spots. Tyson Thornberry finished first with 150 points. Isaiah Zeller was a close second with 149.45, and Garrett Widmer placed third with 135 points. The Chiefs, Brendan Eslick and Zach Johnston, were the top individual placers for the home team. Eslick took first in the 50 and 100 freestyle. Johnston took the 100 backstroke and 200 free events. Moses Lake swept the team events as well. The relay team of Eslick, Dallin Fairbanks, Logan Osborne, and Madison Molitor touched first in the 200 free. Fairbanks, Johnston, Andrew Molitor, and Chris Vidrin captured the 400 freestyle.
The Chiefs moved to 4-0 and into a tie with Eastmont in Big 9 competition with the win. Moses Lake is back in the water Friday for an 11-dive meet in Yakima. Nellie Kornicek scored 9 points, Evelyn Lopez and Sammy White had 8 each, and Soap Lake got by Kittitas 44-41. The Lady Eagles jumped out to a 13-4 first quarter lead. The Coyotes turned the tables in the second quarter to go up top 19-17 at the break. Soap Lake outscored Kittitas 27-22 in the second half to claim its first league win of the season. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Kono. I am your local Ephrata Farmers Insurance Agent. Here at Cheryl Kono Insurance Agency, our customers always come first. We don't just work here, we live here. Please stop by the office, call, email, or Facebook me for a free auto, home, life, business, or farm and ranch quote today. We are insurance. We are farmers. Come in for a free quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Our spotlight story tonight is about the Quincy Library that plans to expand its hours and improve services. Reporter Jeff Chu has the details.
Perhaps no one can tell the story of the Quincy Public Library better than Cherie Ybarra. She's worked as a librarian there for 20 years. Ybarra recalled how minimal the library was 20 years ago.
It was a lot smaller. The old library used to be over on B Street, over by the police station, and that building was a 3,000 square foot building, a little tiny small one. And when I started working, nobody really used the library. Mostly the senior citizens would use it during the day, and maybe just a handful of kids. So we worked really hard on trying to make the library a fun place to be. And it's definitely grown over the years. 3 years ago, the city actually had raised enough money along with our fundraising efforts, and they received grants. And so we were lucky enough to build this new library that we're currently in. And this one is just over 9,000 square feet. So it's tripled the size from the old library.
Today, as senior librarian, Ybarra was given permission to expand the library's daily hours, including all-day Saturdays and 4 hours on Sundays. She said that decision came from North Central Regional Library System Executive Director Dan Howard and city officials. Longer hours will mean additional staff.
Well, we currently now will have 3 full-time staff, and we've had 3 what we call librarian assistants, our substitutes, and we have 3 high school helpers that work after school hours. So we're actually hoping to hire a few more library assistants. Since we've expanded our hours, we just, as of January 2nd, expanded our hours, so we're open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Friday, Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sundays from 1 to 5. So we've increased our hours quite a bit. So with that, we have more staffing and just we'll need more coverage.
The Quincy Library has special features, including a sunroom with a fireplace and a conference room with a learning center for visiting school children. Ybarra explained how the library system can afford to expand Quincy's hours.
The library system gets money from property taxes, so all the different towns that have the libraries, and 1% of the property tax goes back into the library district. And then they also try and share money back to the cities to help maintain the building. And they recently had just some discussions when they renewed the contract, and the city of Quincy had just said, you know what, we want more for our tax dollars.
Improvements in service will benefit young people.
We're going to start adding every Tuesday starting next week. We're going to do like a teen program. That can be a range of, we've had a lot of requests for like Lego clubs for like lots of different building stuff, creative writing, painting, scrapbooking, all different kinds of things. We're going to switch it up. And then we're also going to add activities on Saturdays. So probably a game day or Lego club or something. So just to provide more activities for the kids.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber1 News.
And we'll be right back after this.
Are your kids rough on your furniture? Things looking a little run down? Then come to More Furniture in Ephrata and we can help get things back in order. We have all the top name brands made with strong quality support, including Sealy Posturepedic mattresses, because whatever you do in bed, Sealy supports it. The next time your furniture is in need of some replacing, stop into More Furniture in Ephrata, locally owned and trusted for over 100 years.
Attention business owners. The deadline is fast approaching to advertise in the 2015 edition of the Moses Lake Local Book. Don't be the only business left out. In print or online, it's the best way to reach your customer when they're ready to buy. Call today to place your ad by calling 877-738-9829 or by visiting us online at www.statewideyp.com. The Moses Lake Local Book Telephone Directory. Simply the best advertising.
Welcome back. New Grant County Assessor Melissa McKnight wants the office to begin meeting its state-recommended deadlines. Assessor's office staff members are not likely to meet Thursday's deadline to have levy rates submitted to the treasurer. The levy rates are used along with the property values to determine the amount of property tax people owe. The state asked former assessor Lori Grammer to finish the levy rates before she left, but the information wasn't given to the treasurer's office or the state. The delay isn't going to affect when the treasurer's office is able to mail people their tax statements. McKnight plans to have 4 people trained to handle levies this year to help prevent delays and errors. She plans to work with the various taxing districts in the county to make sure information is submitted to her office in time as well. Boys and girls are invited to test their skills at the Hot Shots basketball competition on January 21st. The free event runs from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. in the Moses Lake High School Maroon Gym. Competitors shoot from 5 hot spots marked on one half of the basketball court. Awards will go to the top 3 finishers in each age division. Boys and girls ages 7 through 14 are invited to take part. Registration forms are available at the Moses Lake Parks and Recreation website. For more information, contact the Parks and Recreation Department at 509-764-3805. In Northwest news, a boy is safe with his mother after a wild ride in the family's stolen car. A thief made off with the car while the 3-year-old was still inside. But all is well now, thanks to quick-thinking police and a tech-savvy toddler. Sandra Yee has the story.
Right now, mother and son are back together, but hours earlier, the woman didn't know what to think. She walked out of this daycare only to see someone leaving in her car and her son still in the back seat. Worry and fear consumed Elizabeth Barrios as she called 911. But within 20 minutes,
I'm glad we found him as fast as we did.
she and her son Aiden were reunited thanks to the cell phone savvy toddler.
He knows my password.
When Officer Mark Smith dialed her number,
I immediately called it, hoping to get somebody.
the 3-year-old answered.
I gave my phone to his mom so she could calm him down because he was really upset.
But Aiden was brave too. The thief quickly abandoned the car, so Sergeant Chris Kowalski suggested that Aiden honk the horn. Minutes later, an officer heard it and found him.
Can you tell him what you did? Did you honk the horn? You did?
Barrios says she always leaves her car running when she drops her infant brother off at this Ogden daycare. She says that won't happen again.
Just be very careful, even if you don't think it'll happen to you. It can.
Police strongly echo that message. They say this morning they had 2 other reports of stolen cars that had been left running. Sandra Yee, Live at 5.
A mechanic in Idaho is turning down paid jobs so he can help wounded veterans. Instead of fixing cars, he's using his skills to recondition motorized wheelchairs for wounded warriors. Tyler Berg reports on what the man's generosity means to the local community.
No cost whatsoever.
Brett Waters could be doing car restorations, but instead he's working on a smaller set of wheels.
Take us a week just to off and on work on one to get it ready.
From mechanics to upholstery and paint, Waters does it all to thank those who gave their all.
Just a really good feeling. It makes you happy and you see their faces.
Well, it's answered prayer.
Bob Reinisch is the president of a local chapter of the Vietnam Veterans Association.
They get the service, but we get the blessing.
The chapter relies mostly on donations, but those aren't always available.
We'll defray any costs that are incurred.
He has the pleasure of getting the chairs to those in need of one.
Deserving veterans, their spouses, or their children.
And every time, he says Waters works wonders.
They're better than brand new when Brett gets through with them. The first one that we overhauled should have actually been thrown away.
With this chair finished and loaded up, it leaves D-Ray's Auto Repair and Wheelchair Rehab, where it will be given to someone leaving rehabilitation himself.
It's beyond words.
Shane Ackershot is in his 2nd month of adjusting to his new life as a paraplegic.
This happened, it was a work accident.
The former Army National Guard soldier says the new chair will change his life.
It's a lot easier for me to be able to get around in an electric wheelchair than it is a manual wheelchair.
A man he's never met.
Yep.
A godsend nonetheless.
And if this man does this all in the kindness of his heart, he's truly a saint. I mean, to do this, because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of vets out there that can't afford things like this.
And that's going to do it for us here at I-501 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.